Today our topic is the Stoics' Guide to Facing Pain and Hardship. Life is full of challenges, and everyone will face pain, loss, and difficulty at some point. The question is not whether we will face these things, but how we will face them. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers us a way to deal with these challenges. It teaches us how to stay calm, strong, and focused even when life is hard. Stoicism is not about avoiding pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about understanding pain, accepting it, and finding a way to move forward. The Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This is the key to facing pain and hardship. The first thing Stoicism teaches us is to accept what we cannot change. Many people spend a lot of time and energy trying to control things that are out of their control. They worry about the past, the future, or what other people think of them. But the Stoics say this is a waste of time. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. We cannot change these things, so we should not let them disturb our peace of mind. Instead, we should focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes. When we accept what we cannot change, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. For example, if you lose your job, you cannot change the fact that it happened, but you can control how you react. You can choose to stay positive, look for new opportunities, and learn from the experience. This is the Stoic way. The second lesson Stoicism teaches us is to see challenges as opportunities. The Stoics believe that hardship is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. They saw pain and difficulty as a way to grow stronger and wiser. When we face challenges, we have the chance to test our strength, develop our character, and learn important lessons. For example, if you go through a difficult breakup, it might feel like the end of the world. But in reality, it is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, your needs, and your values. It is a chance to become more resilient and to build a better future. Stoics would say that every challenge is a teacher, and every hardship is a lesson. If we approach life with this mindset, we can turn even the most painful experiences into something positive. Another important Stoic idea is to focus on the present moment. Many of us spend too much time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. But the Stoics remind us that the only moment we truly have is the present. The past is gone, and the future is not guaranteed. If we want to live a good life, we must focus on what is happening right now. This does not mean we should ignore the past or the future completely. It means we should not let them control us. For example, if you are feeling anxious about a big presentation at work, the Stoic approach would be to focus on the task at hand. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, you can prepare as best as you can and then give your full attention to the moment. By staying present, we can reduce our stress and perform better in every situation. Stoicism also teaches us to practice gratitude. It is easy to focus on what we don't have, or what is going wrong in our lives. But the Stoics remind us to be thankful for what we do have. They believe that gratitude is a powerful tool for finding peace and contentment. When we take the time to appreciate the good things in our lives, we shift our focus away from what is lacking. For example, if you are feeling down because of a difficult day at work, you can remind yourself of the things you are grateful for: your health, your family, your friends, or even the simple fact that you have a job. Gratitude helps us see the bigger picture and reminds us that life is not as bad as it sometimes seems. It is a way to find joy even in the midst of hardship. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the core of Stoic philosophy. We cannot control the events of our lives, but we can control how we respond to them. This is where our true power lies. For example, if someone insults you, you have a choice. You can react with anger and let the insult ruin your day, or you can choose to stay calm and not let it affect you. The Stoics would say that the second option is always better. When we react with anger or fear, we give away our power. But when we stay calm and focused, we keep our power and remain in control of our lives. The Stoics also remind us that pain and hardship are a natural part of life. No one can avoid them completely. But the way we deal with pain and hardship is what defines us. The Stoics believe that suffering is not the problem. Our reaction to suffering is the problem. If we can learn to accept pain and face it with courage, we can overcome any challenge. For example, if you are dealing with a serious illness, it is natural to feel fear and sadness. But the Stoic approach would be to focus on what you can do to improve your situation. You can follow your doctor's advice, take care of your body, and stay positive. By doing these things, you take control of your life and reduce your suffering. Another important Stoic idea is to practice self-discipline. The Stoics believed that self-discipline is the key to a good life. When we practice self-discipline, we learn to control our desires, our emotions, and our action. This helps us stay focused on what is truly important and avoid distractions. For example, if you are trying to achieve a big goal, like starting a business or getting in shape, self-discipline will help you stay on track. It will help you resist the temptation to give up when things get hard. The Stoics would say that self-discipline is not about punishing yourself or denying yourself pleasure. It is about making choices that align with your values and your long-term goals. When we practice self-discipline, we become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of facing life's challenges. Finally, the Stoics remind us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. They believe that we are all connected and that we have a responsibility to each other. This means that when we face pain and hardship, we should not only think about ourselves. We should also think about how we can help others. By helping others, we can find meaning and purpose in our own lives. For example, if you are going through a difficult time, you can reach out to someone else who is struggling. By offering support and kindness, you can make a difference in their life and in your own. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes from living a life of virtue and service. When we focus on helping others, we find strength and courage to face our own challenges. In conclusion, the Stoics' guide to facing pain and hardship is about acceptance, resilience, and focus. It is about understanding that we cannot control everything in life, but we can control how we respond. It is about seeing challenges as opportunities and staying present in the moment. It is about practicing gratitude, self-discipline, and kindness. The Stoics remind us that pain and hardship are a natural part of life, but they do not have to control us. When we face life with courage and wisdom, we can overcome any obstacle and find peace and happiness. The next time you face a difficult situation, remember the Stoic philosophy. Accept what you cannot change, focus on what you can control, and stay strong. This is the way to live a good life, no matter what challenges come your way.